Welcome to another edition of the Recruiting Scoop. I'm Jarret Johnson. I have some really exciting news for Red Raider fans out there. As you know, of course, at Inside the Red Raiders 247 Sports, we cover a lot of recruiting, a lot of football recruiting, and man, Texas Tech is on the verge of putting together the best recruiting class probably in the whole program's history, definitely in the modern era since these recruiting ranking services have been around, such as 247 Sports. So 24/7 had a recruiting 2023 class football recruiting rankings update on Wednesday, and Tech was already at that point ranked 6th in the country and 2nd in the Big 12. But with the update on Wednesday, the Red Raiders have jumped up to second nationally, yes, 2nd in the country, just behind Notre Dame, and tops in the Big 12. And as a matter of fact, with Tech's 13 commits, 4 composite 4-stars, 3, I'm going to get to these guys here in a minute, but 3 top 24/7 recruits in the country, all those, they've built a 30-point lead in between themselves and the next team, the next program in the country, that being Arkansas, in terms of the recruiting rankings. So Notre Dame has a pretty healthy lead at 198.44, and this is built on like every recruit that you have, like every commit you have on your list has a certain rating, and that rating generates a score, and those scores are added up, and that's what your whole team rankings end up being. So Notre Dame, who has 9 commits, that's 8 4-stars and 1 5-star, has a top overall recruiting rating of 198.44 for the 2023 class. And these are guys, of course, that are going to be seniors next year in the fall. These are guys that completed their junior seasons. Texas Tech is second at 185.33 with 4 composite 4-stars and 9 3-stars. So what you saw was a couple of guys get some up near the top that were already rated get pretty big boosts. But then also you saw guys that were previously unrated get those ratings. So I believe there were 6 guys who were previously unrated that became 3-stars in varying levels. 3-stars are like, you can't just say, oh, he's a 3-star guy. You have to explain where, on the map. Are they a high? Are they a mid? Are they a low? And so they got varying levels of 3-star grades or ratings as recruits. But bottom line is that compiled with 13 commits to give Texas Tech the number 2 recruiting ranking in the country. And I know it's early, and I know other programs are going to fill out their commitment list, but Joey McGuire has already gone on record with 247 Sports, Steve Wolfong, our director of football recruiting, as saying the plan is to try and they want to sign 25 high school recruits. If they get 25 high school recruits, I've already gone on record saying I expected a top 25 class with this group, and then even here recently said, hey, if they're not top 20, I'll be disappointed. They're going to be top 15. I mean, they are, because the caliber of guys they're getting. To put in perspective, so Isaiah Crawford is a edge rusher out of post. He's the highest ranked guy. He's 98th. He's a top 100 guy. Tech doesn't sign a lot of top 100 guys, all right? But he's been committed since November, 98th in the country, rated as a 93 overall player. He got a ratings boost from 92 to 93. That's a big-time player for Texas Tech. Brendan Jordan, a safety from Mansfield, who committed in February. He actually dropped from 127 to 146 overall, but he's still a top 150 player. I'm not saying a top 150 player in Texas. I'm saying in the country. That is huge. And then Anquan Willis from Wichita Falls, Rider, he plays running back and linebacker for Rider, and Tech's recruited him as a linebacker, and he got a huge ratings boost from 300 and something to into the top 200 at 198. So Willis also made the top 24/7 list. So that's huge. To get 3 guys in the top 247 in the country in one class, I mean, to put it in perspective, Texas Tech, it took them the previous 6 classes to compile that many top 247 players nationally, going back to Jack Anderson in 2017. So that gives you an idea of just how impressive this class is compared to previous Tech classes, but not just previous Tech classes, current other programs around the country, which is important because that's who you're really competing with, right? So another guy to mention, he didn't make the top 24/7 list, but he is a composite four-star, is Calvin Simpson Hunt. He is a cornerback out of Waxahachie. And all these guys, as you'd imagine, being top-rated guys and four-star dudes, they hold a lot of offers. They hold offers from Power 5 schools, and the SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, you name it, and they've chosen Texas Tech over them to this point. So if these guys end up signing, end up with the Red Raiders, I know that's going to be a lot of people's, like their next question is like, will Tech be able to hold on to them? Well, I believe so. Every program and every class has some decommits. It's going to happen, whether it's the coach deciding, hey, you should look elsewhere and letting the player know, or if the player wants to go somewhere else and open up his recruitment. It happens. So I'm not going to say they're going to hold on to all these guys, but with everyone we've talked with, they're solid. I mean, Simpson Hunt's a guy, I had to create his profile when Tech offered, and he insta-committed basically during his visit. And he's told me the loyalty that Tech has shown, the coaching staff has shown, and the connections his coaches have with his head coaches are huge. And his mom really liked Texas Tech, the staff, and the visit. So he's going to keep getting these offers from these big-time programs, but and Tech's going to have to recruit him all the way till he gets on campus. But as of right now, I believe he's going to end up a Red Raider. So I feel very confident, very good about this class, obviously, holding on to these guys. And I really believe it's going to end up being, while it's number 2 right now in the country and tops in the Big 12, I think it'll be top 3 or 4 in the Big 12 and 15th in the country. So, and that would be amazing. You stack 2 or 3 of those type of classes, you change the program. You change the trajectory of the program. And that's exactly what Joel McGuire and his coaching staff, very good coaching staff, the James Blanchards of the world. I mean, I'm not going to be able to name everybody, but all these guys that are putting in work on this staff and doing a great job of recruiting, I mean, it's paying off, and it is going to change this program. So, I mean, that's why we're here, is to note this, to make you aware, and to show you, like, look, it's either going up or it's either going down. And there is no better example of a college program, no matter the sport, to show you how your program's doing than recruiting. So that's where we're at with Texas Tech, and it's really exciting news. It's really fun to cover Tech football recruiting again. So they have half the class filled up already. Let's see what they do with the other 12 spots and how creative they get. They move guys forward, move guys back, however they can fill those spots. But it's going to be great to see how this class ends up, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to catalog it along the way, because we have a long way until December, which is the early sign-in period. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Right now, just ended a long dead period, started a quiet period, which means recruits can come visit campus, but the coaches can't go visit the players at their school. But there'll be a lot of visits this month. April will be a big month, and then, of course, some official visits this summer are going to be huge. So really fun time. We'll be here to catalog it all. I can't wait to talk about it all with you. But with that, I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.